Social Security, SSDI, and SSI. The surprising announcement I want to share with you right here in the video. Let's get into it and talk about what's going on. All right, now in this video, I do want to share with you the details of a report and a study that was conducted on Social Security, including retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, and of course, SSI benefits, proving exactly what we've been talking about right here on the channel for the last few years, which is benefits are simply not high enough. Benefits need a substantial boost because they are not keeping up with the real cost of living, which we all completely understand, and this has been very real over the last couple years here, especially with this very high inflation and the COLAs not keeping up. So let me talk you through the details of this report because this is eye-opening, and again, it proves exactly the details we've been talking about literally a million other times here in other videos on the channel. I've talked about this so much because of other reports, other studies, and again, our own perspective on this because we're all living it, right? So let me tell you the details of this report. So this report actually is spread out across 22 years of time. So from the year of 2000 out through the beginning of 2023. So technically it's about 22 years and 2 months worth of data that was collected for this report. So let me break down the details of this because you're going to see a major discrepancy here. So guess what? Over that 22-year period of time, guess how much benefits increased? As in, because of the COLA, over that 22-year period of time, you probably won't guess it. It's actually higher than you'd think it would be. In fact, I was actually pretty surprised when I saw this number. Over that 22-year period of time, because of the COLAs and everything like that, benefits increased by 78%. Not bad, right? You might be thinking, wow, 78% increase? That's pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good now, right? 22 years of time, 78% increase to my benefit. I'm feeling pretty happy. That's like a 78% COLA. I would be pretty happy about that. You know what I mean? I think all of us would be very excited. Until I tell you the rest of the story, okay? Here's the rest of the story. Over that same period of time, guess how much costs of products and services, as in inflation essentially, has increased during that same amount of time on those products and those services that people that receive a fixed income benefit generally buy? Well, I'll tell you, 141%. Ooh, not feeling so good about that 78% increase to our benefits over that same amount of time, right? I'm not feeling so good about it anymore. So let me tell you the details about this. So basically what they found is over that 22-year period of time, so from the year 2000 through early 2023, it's a little bit over 22 years of time that was encompassed within this. They found benefits increased 78%, expenses increased 141%. That's not a recipe for a formula that makes sense at all, right? I am not a mathematician, but I do understand math pretty basically. And again, this in my head does not add up, okay? So let's lay this out really quickly. My income has increased by 78%. My expenses have increased by 141%. That equals ends do not meet, okay? That's not making sense, okay? That does not make sense at all. That simply shows exactly what we've been talking about here, is that, just like what we've been seeing over the last couple of years, which is prices continue to increase. Inflation is jacking up prices on everything, products, services, literally everything out there. Doesn't matter what it is. The $1 thing at the dollar store is no longer $1 as of, a year and a half ago or so, maybe 2 years now. They increased it to $1.25, a 25% increase. That's massive. Well, how about all the other things out there like food and gas and cars and houses and rent and clothes and literally everything you can possibly think of? Everything is more expensive, which, by the way, have you hired anybody to do anything for you recently? By hire, I mean fix your air conditioner, fix your furnace, fix your plumbing, fix your electricity, something like that. Have you hired anybody recently? I recently had to for some plumbing issues. Oh my, that is very expensive now, okay? I don't want to hire anybody for anything, but it was something that I could not fix myself. It was above and beyond my knowledge on the topic. It was a plumbing issue. I had no idea how to fix it, and I had to call a plumber and say, hey, yo, can you fix this for me? It was very expensive. I was completely shocked when he told me how much, okay? Let's just say that much, okay? I was not too excited about that. Anyway, so my point is, things have gone up a ton. Oh, by the way, labor prices have gone up a ton as well. It's not just products and services, but labor prices just to hire somebody to do something like that, like the example I just gave you. Wow, it's very expensive these days, okay? So my point is here, according to this study right here, what they're showing, the spread on that, by the way, the difference between how much benefits have increased because of the COLAs and how much prices have increased is a difference of 63%, okay? So 78% of how much benefits have increased, and the prices of goods and services, 141%, that's a difference of 63%, okay? That's not like 3%. That's not 5%. We're not talking a 10% difference here. We're talking a 63% difference. That's massive, okay? That is a huge, huge difference right there. So the point that this report is showing is that you're right. The COLAs are not keeping up. They have not been keeping up for a very long time, at least for the duration of this report right here. We can clearly see this study is laying it all out here that the COLA has essentially fallen behind by 63% over just a 22-year period of time. That's massive, okay? That is huge. That just clearly shows that these benefits over long, long periods of time, if we were to continue this report out for, say, another 22 years or another, say, I don't know, 25 years, something like that, this would clearly show that over that course of time, that the COLA would be behind by probably at least 100% or more, right? Probably more like 120, 125, 130% is how much the COLA would be behind. In other words, if you're getting, say, let's just say that we push this out into the future, say, 22 years, okay? So it's 44 years out into the future from when this study originally took place back in 2000, the year of 2000, okay? Let's just say that right now we're talking in 2044, okay? Weird to think about, right? Can you even imagine what's going to happen in 2044? It's going to be a weird time, right? It's going to be like, wow. I mean, the things that we're talking about now are going to be like, whoa. I can't even imagine what's going to happen. That's going to be kind of exciting. But obviously, I don't want time to rush by. We certainly want to enjoy the time we have right now. But think of this much. In 22 more years from right now, or, in 2020 or 2044, basically the COLA, let's just say that you're receiving a $1,000 benefit at that time, you should probably be receiving like a $2,100, $2,200 benefit at that time simply because of the COLA not keeping up. It all comes down to the COLA not reflecting real cost of living and how much prices actually increase during that amount of time. So that's what it all comes down to. This is all because the COLA and the way that it's calculated based on benefits and based on real cost of living, things like this, that's where it all comes from. So that's where the major discrepancy comes in. And it's not because the COLA is falling behind by like 1% a year, things like that. It's because it's compounded. It might be falling behind by, say, 0.5%, 1%, 2%, 0.3%. Doesn't really matter. Something like this over long periods of time compounded, and now we have major issues like what we're talking about here, okay? That's major, okay? So anyway, just to put that into perspective really quickly, one more time really quickly, which is this much. Let's just say that you're receiving a $1,000 benefit right now, an exact $1,000 benefit. If we were having benefits 63% higher, as in matching the 141% increase in expenses over the same 22-year period of time, then guess what? That $1,000 benefit that you should be receiving right now would actually be about $1,600. That's putting that into perspective, right? $1,600 is what it would really be. So you can clearly see major, major problems here, right? Anyway, we're on to bring the details of this report to you so you can clearly see what's going on here. And again, solidifying, backing up, proving exactly what we've been talking about here on the channel in so many other videos. I guess we're not hallucinating. I guess it's the real thing, right? We've been talking about this so much, and, nothing's been really done about it. And Congress, continues to think, oh, benefits are high. Look, everybody got 8.7% this year. Everybody should be happy. Well, we are happy with 8.7%, but it doesn't mean that we've gotten the short end of the stick here for the last 22 years. So why can't we bring that up, right? Just because it's in history doesn't mean that we can't bring it up and say something like, hey, we feel like we've been, shortchanged here over the last 22 years. Well, that's what's happening, and that's exactly what's being proven right here in this report. So anyway, wow. Anyway, leave your comments, your questions, your feedback down below. If you feel like this is, pretty eye-opening and surprising, I agree. It is. It's very surprising, but at the same time, not all that shocking because we've seen reports like this before that lay out information very similar to this. So anyway, hope this one helps you out. Again, leave your comments, your questions, your feedback down below. Subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. And go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day. Take care. Have a good one. And catch you again later.